Powered by Riverside FM.
My, oh my, UP Nation, Colin Cowherd is at it again. And see, I'm not going to keep getting upset about the takes that Colin Cowherd has. I'm not going to keep getting upset, but what I am going to keep are receipts. For those of you that have not heard the latest from Colin about our purple, he went all in on JJ McCarthy, man, saying that he's skeptical. He was never relied upon to throw the football at Michigan. He came from a run-first offense at Michigan. That the Minnesota Vikings gave up a quarterback that went 14-4, who we knew who he was, and JJ McCarthy is basically an unknown, and that he's skeptical of JJ McCarthy. Then he went on to list a bunch of quarterbacks, and he stressed the word winner, because when people talk about JJ McCarthy or they analyze JJ McCarthy, the word that gets brought up is winner. So he played on that, and he listed a bunch of quarterbacks that won in college. And he specifically went to Ohio State. How many Ohio State quarterbacks have ever made it in the NFL? They all are winners. The one thing that he failed to mention is that all of the quarterbacks that he listed didn't win national championships. And if you want to go back even farther, Colin, you didn't mention that JJ McCarthy also won a high school state championship for IMG Academy, the number one high school program in the country at that time. Everywhere he goes, he wins rings. You fail to mention that. But I'm not going to get upset, UP Nation. You know how I roll. All I do is keep receipts. And see, what I'm trying to do is protect the casual fan. Because you may be channel surfing, you come across Colin and you hear this take about JJ McCarthy and talking about your purple, and you may become concerned. Well, I'm here to tell you who Colin is and where you're getting your information from and how many times Colin has been wrong or Colin has been right. Number one, back in 2018 to 2022, Colin Cowherd blasted Baker Mayfield. His take was Baker Mayfield is undraftable. He called him immature. He called him too small. The reality of the fact is that Baker Mayfield in 2018 went number one overall to the Cleveland Browns. That year, he won Rookie of the Year and led Cleveland to his first playoff win since 1994. Now, Baker Mayfield's career has kind of been up and down and inconsistent, but I think it's a safe bet to say that he outperformed Colin's early take on it. He just signed a lucrative contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's go to number two, Colin. Colin said Josh Allen would be a massive bust. Josh Allen would be a massive bust due to his accuracy issues and playing at Wyoming, a place that didn't see a whole lot of competition. He said Josh Allen would be a bust. The reality is, Colin, Allen developed into a perennial MVP candidate and one of the NFL's top quarterbacks. Your take was he would be a bust. See, you got to be careful where you're getting your information from, UP Nation. You got to be careful who you're listening to. I got another one for you. Colin Cowherd said that Justin Herbert, he claimed that he was too quiet and he was not a leader and that he would struggle in the NFL. The reality is, Colin, Herbert shattered rookie passing records and is the franchise cornerstone of the San Diego Chargers. Another quarterback miss. Let's go to Tua Tagovailoa. Colin's take was repeatedly he doubted Tua's arm strength and durability, calling him a backup level quarterback. Now, he may be close to being right on some durability issues. We all know about Tua Tagovailoa's concussions. But the reality of it is Tua led the league in passer rating in 2022 and made the Dolphins one of the most NFL dangerous offenses during that year under Mike McDaniel. That's another wrong take, Colin, but I'm not keeping track. I'm just keeping receipts. Let's talk about Zach Wilson. UP Nation, we all know Zach Wilson that played for the New York Jets. His take on Zach Wilson was he praised Zach Wilson as having, I repeat, as having Mahomes-like traits and ranked him ahead of Trevor Lawrence pre-draft. The reality of that take is Wilson has struggled mightily and was benched multiple times by the Jets and has been widely seen as a bust for the Jets and is no longer with the franchise. That was Colin's take, UP Nation. Be careful who you get your information from. Cam Newton. Colin Cowherd's take on Cam Newton that he was very critical even during Cam Newton's MVP season, saying that he wasn't a true franchise leader. The reality of it is Newton led the Panthers to a 15-1 season, their best season in the history of their franchise. Shall we go on? Let's talk about Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel. Colin Cowherd said initially he defended Johnny Football's charisma and marketability. That was Colin's take. He suggested that this would change the Cleveland Browns franchise. Did you watch the Johnny Football documentary on Netflix, Colin? Did you watch that? The reality of it is Manziel flamed out of the NFL quickly due to off-field issues and poor performance. That's charisma for you. That was Colin's take. Shall we go on? Lamar Jackson, Colin's take. He called him not a long-term quarterback, saying that he was too reliant on his legs and couldn't win big games. The reality of this is that Lamar won an MVP in his second year and has been a consistent top 10 quarterback in the league. Colin should change his segments instead of where Colin was right and Colin was wrong to just Colin is always wrong. Then you got Mac Jones. Colin said that Mac Jones was more ready than Trey Lance or Justin Fields and would be the best quarterback of the 2021 draft. That is Colin Cowherd's take. The reality is Jones peaked in 1 year and has regressed significantly since then. He is hanging on by a thread in this league. Shall I give you one more, UP Nation, about this Colin Cowherd character? Let's do one more. Colin's take on Deshun Watson. He defended the Browns' trade for Watson, saying that it was worth the controversy due to his talent. Now, we all know what the reality of that one is. Watson has been inconsistent, and he's been injury-prone since returning and failing to regain his elite form. So, my reason for bringing up all these receipts is that they keep coming after my boy, JJ McCarthy. And they keep trying to spin this narrative like the Minnesota Vikings were wrong for getting rid of Sam Darnold. And I'm telling you, UP Nation, Skull Nation, Purple Nation, Minnesota Vikings Nation, we don't have anything to worry about. Do we know everything that we need to know about JJ McCarthy? But no, we know enough. And like I said before, his floor is higher than any quarterback that we've had in a long time. And his ceiling is even higher than that. I think his floor is average, and I think his ceiling is absolutely phenom. That's what I think about JJ McCarthy. So the reason why I just wanted to make this video is just to make it apparent to the casual fan out there. Just be careful. Just be careful with who you're listening to in terms of takes about the purple. That's why I listen to the content creators that cover the Vikings, that dig and know stuff. These national guys have no idea about what's going on with the purple. They don't cover them enough. I just blew up Colin's spot. How many times he's been wrong? So who is Colin Cowherd to give any sort of quarterback analysis? I'm not worried about what he's saying about JJ McCarthy. I'm just glad that he didn't say JJ McCarthy was going to be can't miss or something like that, because odds are he would have been wrong about that. We found our QB1. You can rank us as one of the worst teams in the league if you want, but we've shaped our offensive line and reshaped our defensive line. We got the best wide receiver in the league. We got one of the best number 2 wide receivers in the league, revamped our running game, and now we have our franchise quarterback with the pass-happy quarterback whisperer, KOC, and Dr. Blitzenstein, B-Flow. Man, you shouldn't worry about anything. This has been Unconventional Playbook. Stop listening to Colin. And we will make sure to see you when we see you. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Skol.